Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is good and having a lovely weekend and enjoying November. Already, we are a little bit of the way through November. It's flying by, as the saying goes. So, really, just wanted to have a quick catch up. It's a bit of a review, kind of first build. I have been going wild camping now for quite a bit. Been doing it for just over a year, and in doing that, I've learned loads about myself, learned loads about products, what's good, what's not, and yeah, it's been a journey. Some of it good, some of it bad, as always. But one of the things I found when I first started doing this was I wanted to do winter wild camping, and you can get really good equipment, amazing equipment out there, which you can buy the best sleeping bags and everything else. But I wanted to be a little bit more comfortable than that. I wanted to have a really good winter tent, a hot tent. So I wanted to have a really good hot tent, and I found that I found a really good hot tent. The one Tigris, whatever you want to call it, Rock Fortress, which is a really good tent. It is on the heavier side, and I do need to find a lighter one. So any recommendations out there, please let me know. However, one of the heaviest parts of my winter camping, which I did last year in my hot tent, was the stove, and it was just ridiculous. It was so heavy, and if you're wanting to backpack with a hot tent stove and a hot tent, it was just insanity. The amount of weight I had to carry was insane, and it was really difficult to kind of hike far enough. Even if you're the fittest person in the world, you might be able to hike further, but for me, it was hard to hike too far, and I could probably go a few miles, and that was about it. So yeah, I invested in a new hot tent stove. My old one, I'll be honest, it wasn't just the weight, it was cheap, it was steel, and I think for a first hot tent stove, yeah, great. It's done the job, but I needed it to do, but it warped badly, and it was just so heavy. So I have invested in a new one called the Winnerwell Fastfold Ultralight Backpack Titanium Camping Stove. That's a mouthful. This stove is extremely light. It is smaller than my previous stove, but it's titanium, which of course makes it a downside lighter, and it's, I think, smaller. It's got no windows. It is just meant to give out heat. It's not meant to give out light. It's meant to give out heat. That's what it's there for. So yeah, this is going to be an unboxing and building for the first time. And yeah, I'll talk you through. I'm not going to burn it out tonight. I'll burn it out another day. I'm going to check to see if my stovepipe will fit this Winnerwell Fastfold, because I don't like the ones it comes with. The rolling out ones. You roll them out and then you burn them in, and I don't like them. I just don't like them. I can't get on with them. Can't roll them up properly, so I gave up. So I bought stovepipe, which comes together, and yes, it means carrying a bit more bulk, but you can just carry it on the outside of your bag. It's light enough. It doesn't make that much of a difference. Just carry it on the outside of your bag. It doesn't matter if it gets wet, So yeah. But anyway, so I'll show you about another time. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to show you the unboxing. So here we go. So apologies. Apparently, I didn't press record before. So yeah, I haven't actually recorded the unboxing, so I do apologise. However, I've got it out the box. I've taken all the cardboard away, apart from the box, obviously. But it comes with, obviously, bits of cardboard in the middle. So just move that out of the way. And here we go. So first things first, comes with a nice bag, nice carry bag. To be fair, it is that light. You wouldn't necessarily have to put this hot tent stove in your bag. It is really that light. I would say you could happily carry it in your hand if you wanted to, if you haven't got poles. So that's always an option for you as well. So let's have a look. So let's move the bag out of the way. So just put that over there. So first things first, we have got a couple of very, very meaty steaks. So they, I would imagine, are for staking down your tent stove, or staking down outside on your spark arrestor. That will be the kind of thing I'd imagine they will be for. They are about 30 centimeters, I would say, without actually getting a tape measure out. But yeah, they are fairly meaty, as you can see. So that's those two. Of course, with this, you do have a foldable or rollable stovepipe. I'm hoping to get something a bit more fixed rather than the rollable ones. I don't like the rollable ones. I find them very loud. Don't feel like I can do them very well either, which doesn't help. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. So, and then of course you've got, I think this will be the stovepipe and the spark arrestor. Yeah, so you've got the stovepipe there. Very, very sharp. Just be careful on the edges. Really sharp. And I'd imagine the spark arrestor is in here too. It's nice that it does come with the spark arrestor. Not all of them do. I should note that. Quite difficult to get out. Oh, that'd be why. So that was quite difficult to get out because these are sticking out. So obviously these are so you can get a bit of guy rope or something like that on there, just to keep the stovepipe in place when you are actually when you're out there. So obviously you can just tie a rope to them and stake them out. So yeah, so spark arrestor, pipe and everything else. Obviously we've got the instructions. Why go through them? I mean, you know, when do we ever actually read instructions? We should, but we don't. And then we've got the stove in itself. Yeah, it looks, you know, decent enough. Really light. Seems to be well put together. Really, really simple design, which is what you need, especially when you're tired, if you've been hiking or whatever. You know, it's really simple, really quick to put together. It's not particularly difficult in the slightest. Drag that on there. Just these hinges, straight through, straight through, straight through. And then we've got the door, which appears to be quite well put together. And we've got obviously airflow control there as well. From looking at this, we've got the legs there as well, of course. Let me just put them on. Put them up, I should say. And it is as I suspected. Yeah, there's some big holes here, so you can put the stakes through them. I'm assuming that's what it's for. I don't think it is for the spark arrestor, purely because there's 3 points to actually put it out. So I think you'll have to obviously have your own pegs for those, or if you're in a woodland or somewhere around twigs, you can just use twigs. But yeah, really simple design. Looks good from the inside view. I think probably is, again, about 30 centimeters depth. So you're not going to be able to fit humongous logs in there, but you can certainly fit a fair amount. From my, I'm just having a quick look at the manual or the instructions, just to see if it does give me any measurements. Probably does somewhere, but I'm not going to look at it right now. I'll put some measurements on the screen anyway, so you'll be able to see those. Yeah, it looks okay. I mean, it's extremely light. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's going to be a lot better to carry than what I have been carrying in the past. And yeah, we'll go from there and just see how it kind of goes. It's obviously got its name on the side. There is no windows in this one. As I said, it's not for light. It is purely for the purpose of generating heat. If you want the pretty ones which have loads of windows in there, they are generally heavier, although they do look very nice, but they are generally heavier and you're not going to be hiking too far with those generally. I will bring you back for the first burn. I'm probably going to try and have a go at this pipe and just try and see if I can get it together and roll it out properly. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll have a go. And if I can't, then I'll see if I can find some other pipe to go in there. Because the last thing you want to be doing is having too much hassle putting pipe together when you're tired, it's getting dark, it's cold, it's wet. You know, so if you can get one that kind of just sits on straight away with no problems at all, that's what I'm going to try and do, because I do have one from my previous stove. We'll see if it fits. If not, then yeah, I'll have a go at doing this and go from there. But yeah, so anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope it's been useful. As I say, I will put on some, in fact, you'll already seen them by now. You'll already seen the weight and length and whatnot. I did get this on offer, as I mentioned. So Black Friday's coming up soon. Hopefully it'll go on offer again. Yeah, anyway, thank you very much for your time. I hope you've enjoyed. Have a good one. Bye. Thank you.